Welcome to another podcast for the Daily News with Mike DePilla. I'm Mike McGuire, and today we were talking baseball playoffs, folks. A couple months ago on this site, we did some predictions. We're not going to waste your time with all those predictions. We're just going to highlight a couple of the good ones. Buddy, you picked the Brewers, oh so close, but your Arizona Diamondbacks pick should give you a pat on the back. That's a good thing there.
That was my good pick.
What did you see in that team that made you pick them 6 months ago?
I like the idea of these young teams stepping up in a relatively weak National League where there weren't really any big front runners except the Mets. Everybody else was kind of on the same level, and I thought a young team could come up and really make a dent in there, and they did. By the same token, we also had the Dodgers, who didn't do anything out there.
Yeah, that was ugly. I think I said Jason Schmidt, baby.
That
really paid out for
him.
Yeah.
He had a good 3 starts, I think, this year.
I also picked the Tigers. What the hell happened to those guys?
What happened to the Tigers? They just kind of fell off the map. I mean, they didn't seem to be weak in any one particular area, you know? They had the good pitching. They had good hitting. Sheffield was incredible
Absolutely.
all year long. Was that just like an AL Central hangover thing?
Well, you love those young teams, too. I mean, that starting rotation is young and talented as they get. So I don't think it was that either. I think they might have run into the buzzsaw that is the AL Central and just played tough competition. It's not like they had a terrible season. They just ran into hotter, better teams.
Would that be your most disappointing team with the Rangers? I mean, let's not talk about the Rangers. No one picked the Rangers. The Tigers, would you say, are they your most disappointing team?
I would say, because they got to be up there. The Mets, though, have to be the most disappointing team. It's tough to take that away from them. That's a crown they really earned with that collapse.
Yeah. I never even saw them in the playoffs. I would say the Dodgers and the Tigers are just the biggest disappointments for me. I had the Dodgers in the friggin' World Series. All right, biggest surprise team for you then?
I'll have to give you the nod again and say the Diamondbacks, because you're talking about a team here where only one player's driven to more than 70 runs. They got outscored by 20 runs over the course of the season, and somehow, I don't want to call it smoke and mirrors, but somehow, some way, they found a way to win.
They won 90 games.
Right.
How did they do that? Because their hitting wasn't that great. The rotation is not very deep.
After Webb, you got not much. That bullpen is great, and they got young, scrappy players, The Eric Burns of the world, they got some tough talent.
All right, well, speaking on ballsy picks, you got that logo on your chest over there. You picked them back in April, and that one came through.
Oh, yeah.
So
that might have been a case of me picking against the division. They're pretty weak, and I thought the Cubs did just enough. And, the free agents you brought in, Lilly, Marquis, they got some grief, but they did the job.
And we said 85 wins takes the division, and that's exactly what it was.
Absolutely. All right, well, that was then. This is now. How do you see this thing playing out from here on out?
Right now, I see Phillies versus the Angels in the World Series. The Phillies are just so hot right now.
Tough to pick against them with all that momentum and all that offense. Jesus.
Yeah, they're just on fire from a bat standpoint. And they've got Cole Hamels at the top, kind of thin, really thin bullpen.
Jamie Moyer's the number 2, though. That's got to scare you a little bit.
Yeah, that's not too good.
But I agree with you. I see the Phillies representing the National League. I know it's going to hurt a lot of people with the Cubs C on their chest as well. But I just think they're too hot right now. I think they're going to be able to pretty much beat anyone in a submission, the way it looks anyway.
And who's your American League
League team? I like the Red Sox. Right. Just enough pitching and a whole lot of offense. I think they're going to click at the right time,
I could see it. And they've kind of been slumping. Manny hasn't really hit too much lately.
But they've been resting him. They've been easing him back into things.
He hasn't hit a home run since August, so that's not too good.
No.
The thing with me is the Angels, no one talks about them, but they do everything the right way. They've got a good rotation from Lackey down to Escobar on down.
Absolutely.
They've got a great bullpen, as always.
Great outfield. They can hit the ball.
Yeah, they do.
Underrated, and they're also a small ball team. They can move the ball. They don't just wait for that 3-run
home. They do all the little things.
Right.
Guys like Reggie Willits and Showen Figgins and all of them. I think that they could put together a really solid run.
Sure, absolutely. None of these teams are here by accident. Any one of them could do it, as the Cardinals proved last year. As long as you get hot at the right time, it's there for the taking.
Okay.
So that's what we here at the Philadelphia Daily News have to say on today's baseball topic. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.